Hey everyone, witam was jeszcze raz na moim kanale. Happy holidays, wesołych świąt I szczęśliwego nowego roku. If you're new to my channel, my name is Michael and I'm not only a student of Polish, but I'm a huge fan of Polish history, culture, people, and of course the food. Pierogi, gołąbki, even the side dishes like sałatka jarzynowa I mizeria. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. And a little hungry. Anyways, this is my last video of the year, and as we're approaching the end, I want to thank all of you guys for subscribing, your comments, your suggestions over this, my first year of Beyond the Basics. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed the content and started to implement the simplified method either in part or in whole, but I've got to tell you, I'm really enjoying the process of making these videos. And I think that I've accomplished my objectives here in the beginning, and they were quite simple, and that was to describe my personal method, metoda uproszczona. Perhaps you dug it, maybe. Let me know down below if you've implemented the 1, 2, or all 3 into your practice. But overall, I wanted to help you put your systems in place so that a firm foundation of language learning can be had. And those aspects are things like motivation, time management, direction of study. I also wanted to be a go-between, someone who's on the same path as you, but not somebody like miles ahead of you. Some people are just so far along in their own journey in language learning that they kind of forget what it's like to be where we are now. You know what I mean? Okay. I also wanted these videos for myself, personally, to show where I started, to make myself more accountable, and to remind myself exactly what I was able to put together. How to sharpen the axe, so to speak, because, as they say, well begun is half done. Now, without further ado, I'd like to share with you a sneak peek into what to expect in 2022. First, a lot more Polish.
What?
I do realize that I hit the ground running with 3 Polish-speaking videos in a row. Then it became a bit more focused on learning and structuring your language practice. Now, I know that there's a lot of people out here in YouTube that are doing the same thing. But there are several aspects of the simplified method that I don't think should be ignored, especially for those that are inching their way towards the realm of speaking. And this is where I'm at right now, the big dive. All right, and maybe this is where a few of my subscribers may jump off, but we'll see. But not you guys, right? Good. I didn't think so. A small disclaimer in the beginning, especially up to this point, I've been very transparent with all of you guys in regards to my videos in Polish and that they've been scripted. This is not to say that a lot of work did not go into them. I translated what I wanted to say. I got native speakers to correct it, and I practiced and rehearsed the pronunciation. This is not so that I would sound like someone beyond my level. It was to speak and convey the message that I wanted. That was number 1. And number 2, I wanted to give those of you that are farther along than me a bit more advanced content said at a more realistic pace for me. As you might be able to tell from the lead-up quote, 2022 is going to be about courage. I've spent quite a bit of time with a safety net. Now it's time for a bit of free soloing, or free falling. I don't know. I'm still planning on giving some English-only videos, but 1 in every 2 or 3 Polish ones. And for those Polish ones, I'm still planning on giving links to the transcripts if you'd like to read along with me. Here's what some of the 2022 content will include. Number 1, I plan on telling you guys about my day. And if you remember, this is what we call daily journaling. Number two, I want to help you guys not only focus but excel in the needed vocabulary of Polish. One thing that I'm notorious for myself is for trying to do too much or learn too many words, whereby I spread myself a bit thin. As Robin McPherson said, get good in the beginning with a little bit of language. I plan on doing this in a special segment that I call Social Polish, Społeczny Polski. Someone let me know if I got that right. Number three, I also, and I'm not sure exactly how I want to put this together, but I want to make some flashcard-like lists in video form whereby you translate what comes on the screen. And you can make a scoring system for yourself and kind of turn it into a game. And this should be a good way for you to develop your ability to recall.
For the memory of a lifetime, recall.
Number four, I'll also incorporate short stories based on television and film, something that I really love. The stories that I choose will be read with simple phrasing and read by yours truly. Because, and I've given this some thought, I think that it's extremely helpful to listen to someone, a language student who is closer to your level. And this is not to say do not go out and listen to native speakers. Definitely listen to them, listen to natural pace, natural speaking. That's one of the best ways to learn. But we can all relate to listening to a native speaker, and perhaps the word order is different, or you get hung up on a word that you don't know, or one that just takes you a second or two to kind of grasp onto and remember. You pause only for a couple of seconds, and guess what? The speaker's already on to the next sentence. If you're focused, relaxed, confident, you might be able to get back on track, but for many of us, what's going through our brain? It's probably right? So there you go. The other videos I plan on making will be in sharing with you some of my hobbies, and I've got many hobbies. I teach classical fencing, Tai Chi, and women's self-defense, so this might be something that I introduce to you guys. I'm a student of Jiu-Jitsu. I love health and wellness, philosophy, art, history, and literature. Some of these videos will be a mixture of Polish and English, but I'm curious as to your thoughts, so drop me a message in the comment section below. Last but not least, I'm also going to talk more about conversing with Polish speakers and sharing my experiences. What were my shortcomings? What mistakes did I make? What mistakes did I remake? And maybe we can talk a little bit about how to avoid these in your own conversations. Join me in 2022. I'm looking forward to continuing this slow march forward. I already have in mind my first video of the new year, and it's going to be an important one, but it puts into place a few of the major things that I've learned since I rebooted my language practice about a year and a few months ago. All right, so this video may surprise you, so be sure to check that out.
3, 2, 1.
Życzę wam wszystkiego najlepszego. See you guys in 2022.